Come on over and join me, Dan. It's nice to have you on the program. Welcome.
Thank you.
That's good singing, boy. Telling you, I love it.
I appreciate that.
How in the world did you get to be doing all the things that you do?
God is good.
Would you start out in the crib?
Well, my parents were both players and singers.
Were they really?
Yes, in Michigan.
Okay. What part of Michigan are you from?
The middle of the mitten, Mount Pleasant,
Okay.
60 miles north.
Well,
of
you know,
Lansing.
we covered pretty much the state of Michigan. Our television show does. So
Great.
we say hi to all your family folks up
Right.
in that part of the country, right?
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, on one of the networks, the TCT network that I'm on, which is one of them that I'm on, we did some Christmas shows a year ago this past December in Traverse City.
Mm-hmm.
And boy, that is some beautiful place. I shall never forget it because I fell in the bathtub in the shower and broke my ribs.
Oh.
And ended my career for that series of Christmas shows. But I like it up there. We're on in Saginaw, Detroit, Battle Creek, Flint, Lansing, you know, the whole place. Beautiful state.
It really is. I was just up there in Traverse City with Jack last summer.
Yeah, let's mention Jack Green that Dan works with occasionally. Do you still do a lot of sessions, Dan?
Yeah. This year was a lot of sessions.
So playing lead or playing steel or both?
On the sessions, usually I'll play bass and guitar and steel and probably do background vocals. I play bass with Jack.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
So you just, whatever the need is, you're there and ready to go.
Jack of all trades, master of nothing.
So how'd you get involved in, well, of course, the Lord's part of your life now, but how did you get involved in doing your projects now?
Well, I got saved in '86, and I met the gentleman that owns this publishing company, and actually that album is a conglomeration of a bunch of songs that I sang for the Favorite Music Group, which is a publishing company on the row, and they have Christian tunes in the catalog as well as Christmas tunes and country tunes, and it's just been really nice. You know, I produced most of that stuff too.
Do you do quite a bit of producing?
Yes, did a lot of that this year. Yeah, a lot for songwriters.
What is your favorite thing to do?
Actually, what I don't get to do very often, this is probably really off the wall, but I don't get the chance to play jazz and jazz quartets very often, and I like to do that kind of a thing. That's probably my favorite thing to do, but I don't get that much opportunity to do it because I'm so busy, and when I'm not working, I like to spend it with my wife and kids.
Do you work any churches?
Yeah.
So you're open to going out to churches and
ministering? I play at the Donaldson Fellowship every Sunday morning on McGavick Pike, Rob Morgan's church. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wow, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So how long have you been doing that over there?
I've been a member at that church, I want to say 9, 10 years maybe. Now, it's been quite a while, but I play off and on. I usually, actually, when I go to church, I almost prefer not to play because I would rather be involved in worship because I play so much every day and every night.
Making your living that way, right. I can understand that.
Yeah.
Where do you find time to write?
I have to make appointments.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. I have to make
appointments. Some people, everybody has their own little method of writing. Some people can just sit down and they go to the office, clock in at 9 o'clock, clock out at 5, write X amount of songs.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
And other people, they got to get inspired at a certain time, may do nothing for a month, and other people like yourself make an appointment to where you could do it. Do you get inspired from reading the Bible, from God, from personal things in your life, or all the above?
All of the above. I think when Greg Nelson and I wrote All Along the Way, we took about 6 months to write that song, and I remember us taking breaks and calling Pastor Rob to make sure that it was scripturally sound in the things that we're saying, and we've done that. And a lot of the gospel things I've always taken a little bit more time with, and of course the people that I write gospel music with, like Greg Nelson or Tim Hayden, they are a little bit more focused on the point of the song, the message of the song.
Now, what did you do with Alice Cooper?
I never did anything with Alice Cooper.
I thought I was reading something where...
the guy that produced me when I was with RCA, he produced some stuff on Alice back in the 70s.
Okay.
That's the connection.
But you did some things with Barbara Mandrell.
Yes, I was a do-right in '86.
Of course, Shania Twain, T. Graham Brown, great singer, great singer. Lori Morgan, I mean, Good night. You've worked with a lot of people.
I can't keep a job.
I'd say you've had quite a number of them. Now, tell me a little bit about the song that Lionel Harris, who in gospel music certainly knows Lionel Harris.
Greg Nelson and I Greg came up with the title. He says, I want to write a song called All Along the Way. And so I started working on this song. At that time, I was working at Opryland, doing a single out there in one of the restaurants. And this has been '97 now. And so we started working on this song, and it took us about 6 months to write it. And of course, Greg Nelson was producing Larnell at the time. And he says, I want to get this song to Larnell. He says, I think that this would be just right for him. Well, it ends up that Larnell recorded the song, and they did a great arrangement. I can't even remember who the guy who did the arrangement, but they put strings on it and everything, and Larnell recorded it. It was the second single off the First Love album, which was he was recording for Brentwood Records then, and it went to #1, and it stayed at #1 for 5 weeks, and so I had a #1 record, which was on the inspirational charts, and it was really thrilling.
That must give you a lot of satisfaction.
Yeah.
Do that. How can folks get a hold of you, Dan, if they'd like to? You have a website?
I have a website that a friend of mine put together for nothing, and it cost me about $5 a month to keep up. It's called danschafer.com, www.danschafer.com, and I return all emails.
Good. And if people want to get your CD, can they get it through your
Yes.
website? And what about if they want to have you in the area? Same thing?
Absolutely.
Great. How about singing for us again? You've
I
got a
would
beautiful
love to.
voice.
I'd love to.
And we invite you to come back, too.
Thank
and
you.
be with us again.
I
Okay?
appreciate that.